first going? Okay, dope. So, Andrea, dude, you've been absolutely crushing it, girl. Like, absolutely freaking crushing it. You are generally like one of the rock star clients on the roster. Like, you're up there. And you've only been with us for such a short period of time. I think like
Mm,
literally 7, 8 weeks, like nothing
yeah.
crazy.
Mm,
And your progress photos are looking insane. Your face is looking slimmer. You've been sharing wins and stuff. And what we would love to do is just kind of like talk about your journey so far, dude. Like the progress you've seen, how you've been feeling, what you were struggling with before you initially started with us,
hmm
like all that sort of stuff. Now, before we jump into any of that, could you please first introduce yourself? Like, who are you? Uh, you have PCOS, correct?
hmm
Right. So, you know, who are you? Like, what were you struggling with before joining the program, etc.?
Okay. Well, I'm Andrea. Sorry about the kids in the background. Um, I was diagnosed with PCOS at 15, I think. I had like a 3-inch cyst on my ovary, and that's like where the whole journey started. Birth control forever. And then I got pregnant in 2022. And after that, it was like my PCOS symptoms just like skyrocketed in terms of weight gain and kind of like plateauing. Um, Fatigue was the biggest one, bloating, inflammation. And then after my second pregnancy in 2024, it just like even got even like worse. I could not lose any weight. I was constantly exhausted no matter how long. I could have slept 10 hours one night, which obviously never happens, but I could, and I would be so exhausted. And then it started turning into like a lot of like emotional things like anger and frustration and just like almost like brain fog, almost turning into like rage and just so many things. And so I remember back in April, looking at a picture of myself from going to my kids' Easter like function. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. And your ad had popped up. And I know we talked about this on our first call. Um, and I was like, who is this man? What does he think? How does he know women? Right. And so I started looking through your Instagram and I recognized one of the girls, and it actually turned out to be one of my good friend's best friends. So we ended up talking, and it kind of helped like ease me into talking with you and getting this started. And I just was like, enough was enough. I need to get myself feeling like myself again.
Dude, I know, like, you'll be surprised how many, women come to me and they're like, you're a guy. Like, what the hell do you mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
who the hell are you? You taking advantage
Right.
of us, And I'm like, whoa, relax. I know a few
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
But okay, so here we are now. You were struggling with all those things. So
hmm
have you noticed any like changes since joining the program?
Yeah. So definitely inflammation and bloating was like the first thing I noticed, just like gone after eating more, which blew my mind. And what you preach in all your things is they have women wrong, like how they tell us how to eat and lose weight. They think it's like a one fix, and it's not true at all. And that has been a big game changer for me. um, Stress and exhaustion, unfortunately, hasn't been better, only because my husband was deployed for like basically since I started the program. So I'm hoping now that he's home, I can see a increase or an improvement in that kind of stuff. Um, but working out regularly 3 times a week, that has been a big change in terms of just like feeling stronger, um, and like more confident in clothes. Like I put clothes on, I'm like, oh, I don't like dread getting dressed, especially in the summertime. That's the biggest, hard part of the year when you're not feeling good about yourself, wearing
Right.
shorts and small clothes. So
So, dude, I'm looking at your photos here,
yeah,
and your side, like your bloating is gone.
it's
Like you've
crazy.
shrunk so much. When Janie started having you eat more food, what was your initial first thought?
I It was hard. I was like, oh, I was really under eating. I was like, oh, 1800, that's not that much more, but it really was a lot more than I normally was eating. And I think counting my macros has been a big game changer for me too, because I was eating way more fat than I should. And how she explained it to me of, we want our bodies to break down the carbs first. If you're already giving it fat, you're not going to burn, you're not going to burn the fat that's in your body. You're just burning the fat that you're eating. So that really helped me. And
Yeah.
um, understand it more. So that's still, I'm still working on that, trying to balance everything, but I'm becoming more familiar about the foods that work well with my macros. But I'm still able to enjoy the foods I love, which that's like the best part about this is
Right.
I'm not restricting anything. I'm just like making it fit into my lifestyle,
You
which
know, what's funny too is when I preach that, you know, like our clients are eating whatever the hell they want. Like I preach
yeah,
that. Um, People always tell me like, there's no way. Like there's absolutely no freaking way.
yeah,
But you're literally saying right now. Were you skeptical
yeah.
too when you first talked to me? Like how? Because
Oh yeah,
obviously,
like and I even watched it in one of like the videos on your like after we signed up to be your client, and it's like you had that first 24 hours, you're like, oh my gosh, what did I just do? I definitely had that moment. I'm like, oh my god, what did I just do? This is not gonna work. Like, I can't believe I just did this. And I texted Taylor and I was like, give me all the details, and she was like basically reassuring me, and she was like, they set me up for success even after the program. I've learned so many new skills, and so once I got over that hump and then I started seeing changes so quickly that I was like, okay, no, this is what I need to do.
dude, that's the best part is when you're skeptical. You got lucky and you had Taylor, who is like one of our best clients ever, dude.
Yeah,
Like she's down 120 pounds. You know, like
that's incredible.
she's crazy. So you had that reassuring from her, but on top of that, it's even better when the results just start naturally happening, like
Hmm.
instantly almost, you know?
Hmm.
And that's something I always talk about, dude, is like they have, like you said, they have it so wrong. Like the
Hmm.
second they put these women with PCOS into a caloric deficit and on GLP-1, you're just putting your body into shock. You know,
Yeah,
you haven't even set yourself up for long-term success. And what I
right.
find crazy is you're down almost 10 pounds, you're shrinking like crazy. Your before and after photos of your jawline's freaking insane that you post on social media. Does it trip you out that this is happening while you're increasing your calories?
Oh yeah, for sure. And um it's like I didn't change that much, but I did. Like I'm not like doing something like like I just said, super restrictive or like crazy. It's like, and I've seen your past videos of people and you saying like, does it make you mad how easy or simple it was? And it's like what? But the thing is, you need that direction and knowing exactly what you need to do. I'm not gonna guess, right? And not know what I'm doing and just keep spending money on like I've told you supplements or whatever
Right.
thinking it's going to help me and I'm not actually doing what I need to do. So that's where you guys come in.
Yep. Yep. And we're telling you the complete opposite than what social media
Yeah.
preaches.
Right.
Janie, do you have any questions?
Yeah, actually, I did have one. So usually, like, when clients usually start, they always have like these dips in their program where they're just like either MIA for some time or they feel
Mhm.
like lack of motivation. But with you, what the case has been is that you have just sprinted through like without any dips. So I wanted to know, if you wanted to share what gave you the motivation or what kept you on board without any sideways, uh, you
Yeah.
know,
No fall offs.
yeah, no
I don't,
follow-ups.
yeah, except for this last week, but we know my husband just came
Right.
home. So, well, honestly, him being gone, starting when he was gone, I think was the best thing I could have done because I got the habit started. And then once he's home, I just fit it into any change in routine. Um, but I was so determined. And once I really started seeing results, even within like the first couple weeks, I was like, okay, like I knew this was the right decision. And so I kept up with it and I didn't I'm not, going to waste your time, my money, right, on doing this and half-ass it. So, um, yeah, I'm just determined to feel better about myself. So,
Why?
because it's been so long before since I put myself first. I mean, I have 3 kids under the age of 4. So it was like I had twins, and then 2 years later I had another daughter and or another kid, and it was like I was always giving myself to others. And so I'm finally kind of like coming out of that fog. My youngest is almost 2 and I'm like it's time like for me to just put myself first and my husband is 100% behind me and like supports me. So that has been a big
Dude, that's
thing
awesome.
too. Yeah.
Did he notice any changes when he came
Oh
back?
yeah, and I would send him like my progress photos like throughout the last couple months. He's like, "That's incredible," and he's lost a lot of weight too on deployment. And so we're like hot mom and dad summer,
Yeah. 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 There it is. I love that. How long is he gonna be back for?
For a while now, I don't know. They might do like a couple underways here and there, but he shouldn't have to do like a long deployment since
Nice.
for a while. Yeah.
You mentioned the whole now that he's back, you know, you'll feel less stress, dude.
Mm-hmm.
straight up, Andrea, like you're gonna notice such a huge difference in inflammation even more the second
Mm,
your stress starts to go down. Like
yeah.
girl, you think you've gotten results already? Like wait until that stress drops, dude. It's gonna be freaking insane. Like the body fat literally just melts off naturally. Like it's so insane how it happens. Um,
And I
but
think
dude,
that's what excites me too, is like I'm already seeing these results and I'm not even like in the cut phase or where I'm like really gonna. So that I
yeah,
think excites me more to keep going, you know?
right. Yeah, we're just getting started. This is the reverse
Yeah.
diet. This ain't even the cut, like you
I
said.
know.
Like
That's why
we're
it's like, what I'm doing, nothing that I was taught to do, and I'm seeing results. So why not keep going? Because it's like the best is yet to come, you know?
right, exactly. And this
Yeah.
is literally what I was telling you is right now we're just healing internally what's happening. We're
Yeah.
healing the hormones, the body, and your body just naturally reacts positive to it, you know, because
Hmm.
it can finally breathe. It has all this fuel.
Right.
Um, I don't want to take up too much of your time, Andrea. So, one last thing before I let you go. What
Hmm.
would be one point of advice to any women out there with PCOS that's struggling with their hormones that maybe, we have someone that's watched this and is like on the fence, like you, super
Yeah.
skeptical. No way, this is a fucking man. He doesn't know what he's talking
Yeah.
about, like all
Yeah.
these sort of things. They want to take the leap, but they're scared. What would be your number one point of advice to them?
Um, Listen to your body. Your body knows what's going on. And especially when you've struggled with it for, I mean, I mean, forever, right? What feels
Right.
like forever. Um, you have to take that step to see, just to see. And like seeing your page, seeing your website, it's hard not to believe you. You know what I mean? Like you have so many women of different shapes and sizes that there, I mean, I can't say it's foolproof, but you show your work, and you know what I mean. And but at the same time you have to be willing to put that dedication and work into yourself. So if you're on the fence, make sure you're 100% ready to do it. And I actually talked to a good friend at work the other day about it, because a lot of my friends at work um have been on GLP-1s, and so it was very tempting for me, but I just knew, I was like, that's not where I want to go right now. It's just not for me. I want to do things naturally and make sure I'm doing things right. And after talking to you and hearing about like your whole peptide speech and everything, where it's like you do something like that, but if you're not doing the basics, it's not really going to help you,
Right.
or you'll lose muscle, or, and I'm seeing that with other people. Um, and so you got to do the basics, but you got to put the work in. But
Hmm.
if you're dedicated and you're really trying to better yourself, it's not hard. It's just different. You just have to learn.
Right.
And that's kind of what I'm understanding is it's not hard in terms of like I want to give up. It's just okay, I have to learn how to pivot. And then including the exercises. I'm used to exercising, so it's just and I love strength training, so that kind of worked out for me in in that sense. But
Dude, it's like how I always tell people is, dude, 6 months to a year is gonna pass by regardless. Wouldn't you want to be
yeah.
focusing on yourself while it's happening?
Yeah.
Because if you give up, like, I mean, the world doesn't stop moving. Like
Right.
another year is gonna go by, another 6 months is gonna go by. Like, do you really want to be in the same position, if not worse, just because you gave
Right.
up because it was a little bit different?
Right.
Um,
Like why not now? Like
yeah,
what's
just and then it's
but you
always
also
like,
yeah,
especially because you're a mom of three. You're what, 2 years postpartum right now? You said.
almost, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, why you say you always put people first. Why the hell can't you put
Hmm.
yourself first?
Yeah.
Why not? Right. And now you're
Hmm.
finally doing it. And it's like, bro,
Yeah.
it's like night and day difference already.
I know. That's
Um,
crazy.
but the whole GLP-1 thing, I'm not against it. And you have the right mindset
No, I'm
because
not either. Yeah.
where you were learning on it. But yeah, learn the basic fundamentals first, do a proper reverse. And then if you want to start looking at GLP-1s, probably do it in your cut. But I always tell people is like, dude, learn the basic fundamentals because
Hmm.
GLP-1's not going to fix bad habits. It makes it worse,
Right.
if anything. Like I
Right.
have so many women that come to me, they get put on GLP-1 because they have PCOS, it's supposed to help with their insulin, but they're eating one
Hmm.
meal a day and they're not losing weight
Yeah.
on it. And I'm like, dude, it's
Yeah.
because your hormones, your metabolism's ruined. You needed to fix
Hmm.
that first before getting on a GLP-1.
But our primary, cares, they don't
Yeah, they
teach
don't teach you
that,
that. Well,
which
of
is
course not. That's how they get
unfortunate.
paid.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, take this drug. And it's so funny because I'm a nurse, so I'm like, I live in two worlds where I'm like, I try to be more of like the crunchy mom, whatever. And then, but I work, for
Right.
pharmaceutical companies, right? So it's kind of
Yeah.
like I see both sides where both are necessary, but it's like, yeah, it's
If
just
it was
funny.
if it was pointed in a more better direction, big pharma wouldn't be as balling as they are.
No,
Like You know what I mean? They're putting anyone on GLP-1s now. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Every person I talk to is on a GLP-1, but yet
Yeah.
they haven't even freaking learned how to track their calories. You know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
dude. Anyways, Andrea, you've been absolutely crushing it.
Thank
The
you.
reason why I wanted to get you on a call so early in the program is because how quick you've grasped, but
Hmm.
also because we're going to be doing a part 2 of this in another few months. So I can't wait to see how you
Yeah.
are then.
Yeah.
But dude, you've been crushing it. I don't want to take up too much of
Thank
your
you.
time. Super proud of you.
Thank
Do
you.
you have anything you want to add before we wrap this up?
No, no, really looking forward to the next few weeks.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Well, you guys enjoy
Yeah.
the rest of your day, okay?
Bye. Take care.
All right. Bye.
Bye.